The Nano X1. By now, I'm sure you've seen every Reebok influencer talking about them. I'm not a Reebok influencer. Bought these with my own money. We're gonna find out if they're actually any good. The initial out-the-box thoughts to me is they're not the best looking Nano. They look like something that you would wear at school for PE. And these are £100 for a pair. You can get a very similar looking shoe with a very similar name for 65. But apparently, according to the marketing, this is
the shoe of fitness.
Right here. Quick look at the shoe from a product breakdown that I found on Instagram but couldn't find anywhere else, so I can't actually fully read it. On the front of the shoe, it has Flex Weave Evolved. All that reminds me of is Pokemon. Look, I guess it's breathable and movable. Then you've got the Float Energy Drop-In. This bit right here sounds like you're just about to go skateboarding. The Speed Chassis. Usain Bolt would be proud of this part. Without this, you'd actually just be slow. At the front of the shoe, it's got a redefined toe shape. Because over the last millions of years that humans have been evolving, our toes have drastically changed in the last year. And it's got a comfort collar compared to having an uncomfortable collar. Put your leg up on here.
Oh, come on. We're in lockdown.
Go on,
not
just heel,
legs.
just heel. Jazz got a nicer looking colour. Like, these actually look pretty good. Aesthetics, those, 6 or 7.
They do. I feel like they're really rigid at the back. So my feet are quite pathetic. I get blisters in pretty much any new shoe, but that's where the Nanos have always been my saving grace. I never get blisters with Nanos, but they feel pretty rigid on that back bit.
Yeah,
so
that's like.
It's pretty solid.
That's not a cushion at all.
I actually really like them first off, but that's the only downside to begin with. But we'll see how we get on when we train.
Yeah. Before we get into the gym, let's have a quick look at the shoe compared to like my favourite shoe at the moment. And that currently is the Nike Metcon 5. Width of the shoe, exactly the same. So you know when people say I get Nanos because I have wider feet?
Nope.
So the toe box on the Nano X came a little bit further round than this one, but very marginally. And in terms of width, look, you've lost 3-4 millimeters.
Oh, on the toe at the end.
No, the width. Look at the difference. You see that? I felt that when I put it on. I thought it was a bit narrower. The tread is completely different. They're lighter than the X's. They weigh about the same as the Metcon 5. Feel fitter already. How many of you remember when you used to try on shoes? You used to walk up and down the shop like this, with just one shoe and one sock on. And then you'd walk past that like curved up mirror where you'd be like...
Nope.
That's so relatable, isn't it? I always used to try the one shoe and they're like, do you want to try both? You're like, no, this is good. That's the look of the shoe on the foot. It's personal preference to whether you like the look of it or not.
Camera on charge? Because you didn't, did you?
Look at this lens, you look so clear.
I don't think that's a good thing, probably in this light.
No,
What's
you
the dog
look
barking at?
just how gorgeous you look. Anyway, excuse me, Carla? What are you doing? What? No? For those, we're going to test them today running. So yesterday you saw the black ones, today we got the white ones through. So obviously today we thought, why not test them running? In the advert when they promote them, they're like, oh yeah, comfort foam at the front is great for running, but if anyone knows anything about running, a flat shoe isn't good for running. But in CrossFit we don't run for that much, so I'm just going to see if it feels good whilst we run. I'd never choose to run in them, but this is the workout. 1 minute max run, 1 minute max movement, 1 minute rest. Push-ups, chin-ups, dumbbell press, dumbbell squat, V-up, then repeat. Wow, this lens, people are really going to see you clearly now. For who you are.
I don't know why. Why?
Let me see this. Yesterday I wore the black ones all day, even when we were walking around and went out with the dog and stuff, and they actually rubbed the back of my ankles. I had to take them off. But sometimes shoes just need a bit of bending, don't they?
They feel very flat, you know, when you're used to running in your running shoes. I've just been running on there, it just feels like a like doof, doof, doof. Maybe I just don't run right.
That was a pump cardio workout if you ever did need a pump cardio workout. That was rough. They actually felt good to run in. So, on a running scale, I wouldn't say like a running trainer being like an 8, 9 or 10 out of 10, but I'd say to run in anything under a mile distance, they're good, like a 6 out of 10. For a CrossFit running shoe, compared to what the old flat Metcons used to be like, they're like a 7 or 8.
I actually thought they were a lot more comfortable than I thought they were going to be.
Yeah, I thought they were going to be less comfortable. Because when you first put them on, it feels quite hard. Like this bit feels actually quite hard when you step on it. You feel like it hasn't got much give. But when you're running and putting more impact through the shoe, it does have that bit of responsiveness. They do use it in their running shoes. So, and I did get a question actually, saying like if you got mud on them and stuff, how are they? And like this material, like white shoes look good, but as soon as you get anything on here, like they're going to look dirty within about 3 or 4 uses, especially if you're in a CrossFit box or you're training outside. So if you're thinking about getting these and you're going to be training outside or in a dirty place, get the black ones, because this material is just going to absorb all the dirt.
Just see how they go through the wash.
Yeah. Yeah, after the max push-ups and max pull-ups, I was running like... Uh-oh, blisters from running.
Yeah, with how tough the back of them are, I expected them to make them bleed. So that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but they're definitely not as soft at the back as the previous ones.
9:30 in the morning, just walked up the stairs to get my camera because I was squatting today. Whew. First stairs of the day. Never fails to get you out of breath. Ha ha ha. Good morning. I got told this morning that I look like Austin Powers. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I walked around the kitchen this morning like this. Just to annoy Jazz.
Why did you do that then?
Because Jazz goes, you need attention, do you? And I'm like, well, nah, I did it out of just...
And your answer was what?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, a little bit off. Jazz, come on, Jazz, come here. 2 different colour shoes on. What I figured out is the black ones are a little bit tighter than the white ones when you first get them.
You sure it's not just because you got one foot slightly bigger than the other?
No, that's what I thought. So I swapped them round.
Oh, you did it on the reverse.
Yeah, I did them on the reverse. But if it is, I've got a bigger right foot than my left. Right, we ran in them. We've done a bit of CrossFit in them, so now we're just going to lift in them. Today we're going to back squat. Whoa! So actually, a full gym gear is under there. I'll give you the height. Go on. Go on. Oh! 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 When you're squatting at 10:10, but you've got a slumber party at 10:30. Alright, lifting in the Nano X1, here's my initial thoughts. What I didn't like, the new Nano X1 is definitely lighter than the previous Nano, but that's just because they've stripped the shoe back. Comparing the rears of the shoe, an outer frame which was supported by the laces, and the inner frame was comfort. Whereas on the Nano, they've just replaced that with the speed chassis. The rear of the shoe, it just kind of holds your foot in place. There's nothing wrong with that lifting wise. However, because they've stripped the shoe back too, if you look inside the Nano X1 compared to the Nano X, the Nano X has this kind of skeleton that goes around the inside and hugs your foot and feels really comfortable. Whereas the Nano X1 feels really stripped back. It doesn't have that same skeleton. It has a more breathable one, which then, if you look at this video, I just did it compared to the shoes that I'm using at the moment, the Metcons. The new toe box, when you're lifting, if your foot twists in any sort of way, it kind of falls off the base of the shoe, and I didn't like that at all. Compared to when I twist in the Metcons, They're really well held. They still have some frame around the outside. And I just feel a lot more supported in these Metcons than I do in these Nanos. They've stripped them back and they're lighter, but also I feel like you've lost the support, especially around the front of the foot. It feels really gappy and airy, which is something I didn't feel with the previous Nano. Look, over the week of having these, I like them. I like the new tread. It feels grippy. I like the lightness of them. I won't be moving away from my Metcons anytime soon. Yeah, you might see me trading them here and there because they look sick and it's fun to switch up shoes every once in a while. And I'll probably just wear them out and about for fashion because, I mean, again, they're growing on me more and more. I look at them. But in terms of like, are they redefining something with this shoe? No. Is it a good shoe for CrossFit? Yeah. Is it better than the Metcon 5? I don't think so. But if you've got fatter feet, like not wider, but like bigger, these may be a great choice. Look team, if you're on a budget and you're thinking, should I get these shoes? Are they gonna make me any better at CrossFit? No. If you like the look of them and you want them, get a pair. But you're not missing out if you don't have a pair. Reebok, when they brought out the Nano 7s, they were the worst shoe in history, but then when they brought out the 8s, they were one of the best shoes we've ever seen. So it's always interesting to kind of see, you know, the new one in the flesh and give it a try. That's my review. If you have enjoyed it, as always, please do smash that like button. If you're new here, please do hit that subscribe button. And you guys are a bunch of legends. Hope you have a good day, week, month, night, evening, lockdown, unlockdown, wherever you are. And we'll catch you in the next video.